We've all heard it, winners never quit. But what if that's a total lie? What if the most successful people you admire are actually the biggest quitters you know? They aren't quitting on their dreams, but you better believe they're quitting something every single day. Have you ever felt that pressure? That knot in your stomach when a good opportunity comes along and you feel obligated to say yes even when your gut is screaming no? You take on the extra project, accept the coffee meeting, or join the collaboration because you're terrified of missing out. But instead of getting ahead, you just feel stretched thin, distracted, and even further from your real goals. You're busy but not productive. You're moving but not really advancing. In this video, I'm going to show you why real success isn't about never giving up. It's about strategically quitting the right things so you can go all in on the one thing that truly matters. We're going to break down the difficult art of saying no to good opportunities to make room for your great one. There's a classic story in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, called 3 Feet from Gold. It's about a guy during the gold rush who digs for months and finds nothing. Totally frustrated, he quits, sells his gear to a junk man for pennies on the dollar, and goes home. Now, the junk man does something different before he starts digging. He hires a mining engineer. The engineer checks the land and realizes the first miner stopped just 3 feet short of a massive gold vein. The lesson we're always taught is to never give up because you might be just 3 feet from gold. It's a story about persistence. But that's only half the lesson, isn't it? What if the real lesson is also about strategy? The story celebrates digging, but it quietly roasts the first miner for quitting without getting expert advice. And more importantly, it assumes he was even digging in the right mine to begin with. The world is full of opportunities, gold mines if you want to call them that. But you only have enough time and energy to dig in one. If you spend your life digging a single foot in a dozen different mines, you'll never find gold. But if you quit all the other mines to go all in on the most promising one, your persistence finally has a point. This is the paradox of persistence. True focus demands that you quit almost everything else. Having the guts to walk away from lesser opportunities is just as important as having the guts to keep going when things get tough. The biggest threat to your potential isn't laziness or a lack of talent, it's the endless parade of good opportunities. They are the silent killers of great work. A good idea is still a distraction from your great idea. A good project still steals time, energy, and focus from the one project that could change everything. Think about the parable of the talents. A master gives his servants some money to manage. 2 of them invest their share and double it. They focus their efforts, but one servant, playing it safe, just buries his money. He didn't lose it, but he didn't grow it either. When the master returns, he rewards the 2 who invested and condemns the one who was too afraid to act. Every time you say yes to a merely good idea, you're burying a piece of your own treasure. Your time, your focus, your energy. You're not losing it, but you're not investing it in the one thing that will deliver the biggest return. The smartest people get this. They don't have more hours in the day than you do. They just protect their time with ruthless efficiency. They understand that every yes is a promise, a commitment of their most precious resource. So they say no to almost everything, which allows them to give a powerful, focused yes to what truly matters. Quitting good ideas is the first step toward creating a great one. That constant pressure to say yes is fueled by a deep primal fear, the fear of missing out. What if that project I turned down is the next big thing? What if that person I don't meet holds the key to my success? FOMO keeps us scattered, saying yes to everything just in case, hoping we catch a lucky break. But the most successful people play a different game. They embrace JOMO, the joy of missing out. They intentionally miss out on 99% of what's happening because they know that mastery requires focus. You can't be a world-class neurosurgeon, a Michelin star chef, and a best-selling novelist all at the same time. The price of being truly excellent at one thing is accepting that you'll be mediocre or even absent in 1,000 others. And here's the secret. Once you truly commit to your one thing, FOMO just evaporates. It gets replaced by the quiet confidence that you're on the right path. Your energy is no longer spent looking over your shoulder at what everyone else is doing. It's all channeled forward. into your work, your mission. Quitting FOMO means accepting you can't do it all. It means making a choice. It's a declaration that you're no longer just floating down the river of opportunities, hoping to drift into the right harbor. You're the captain of your ship, and you've set a direct course for a single destination. If this idea of strategic quitting is hitting home for you, if you're tired of feeling busy but not actually getting anywhere, then hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about chasing what's essential, and I'd love to have you in our community. Let's go back to the gold mine for a second. The first miner failed because he relied only on his own grit. He trusted his gut, and when that wasn't enough, he gave up. The junk dealer succeeded because the first thing he did was quit the idea that he had to figure it all out himself. He hired an expert. He found someone who knew more than he did and used that knowledge to find the gold. One of the hardest things for ambitious people to quit is their own ego. We get this idea that to be successful, we have to be the one with all the answers, the hero who single-handedly solves the puzzle. But that's a trap. The smartest people aren't the ones with all the answers. They're the ones who know how to ask the right questions to the right people. Quitting the lone wolf mentality opens you up to mentorship, collaboration, and real feedback. It lets you stand on the shoulders of giants instead of starting from scratch. It means admitting you don't know everything, which, ironically, is the first step to learning anything. Your path to success doesn't have to be a solo mission. Quit trying to carry the whole burden yourself. Find your mining engineer, a mentor, a coach, a mastermind group, and let them show you where to dig. Your persistence is 100 times more powerful when it's pointed in the right direction. Our society wears busyness like a badge of honor. How are you? Ugh, so busy. We act like a packed calendar means a full life, and an empty slot means wasted potential. This is a dangerous illusion. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Answering 100 emails feels busy, but did it move you closer to your main goal? Attending 5 meetings feels busy, but did anything meaningful actually happen? Smart people quit the cult of busyness. They realize their output matters infinitely more than their input. It's not about the hours you work, it's about the value you create in those hours. They choose effectiveness over effort every time. This means flipping how you plan your day. Instead of starting with a giant to-do list of tiny tasks, ask yourself this: what is the one thing I can do today that would make everything else easier or unnecessary? That's your mission. That's where your best energy should go first. The goal isn't a packed schedule, it's a focused one. It's about creating space to think deeply, create freely, and execute with precision on the things that actually count. And to get that space, you have to quit being busy. You have to be ruthless about cutting the non-essential from your life. Say no to meetings without a clear agenda. Ignore emails that aren't about your primary goals. Decline requests that feed your ego but starve your mission. The old saying that winners never quit is incomplete. Winners quit all the time. They quit saying yes to good ideas to protect their great one. They quit the fear of missing out to find the joy of focus. They quit the ego of doing it all alone to harness the power of others. And they quit measuring their lives by their busyness to focus on what they actually build. Quitting isn't weakness, it's a weapon for the wise. It's the strategic choice to prune the branches so the tree can grow taller. It's the disciplined pursuit of less to achieve so much more. So, I'll ask you, what do you need to quit? What good opportunity is in the way of your great one? What fear is keeping you scattered and distracted? Giving yourself permission to quit the non-essential is the first step toward achieving the essential. The gold is waiting, but you have to be willing to quit digging in all the wrong places to find it. What's one good thing you need to quit to make room for your great thing? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more ways to focus on what matters. Thanks for watching.